What is going on, you guys? In today's video, I want to give you an honest review of the selling app known as Mercari. I want to talk about some of the good things that make it such a great selling platform for newer resellers, and I also want to talk about some wish list items that I do think Mercari should seriously consider implementing to make their selling platform even better going into the future. Stick around. So just in case this is the first time you're finding my channel, my name is Josh. I go by Harry Tornado here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and my wife and I are full-time YouTubers and resellers. This means we film ourselves, go into flea markets, thrift stores, garage sales, wherever we can buy stuff super cheap and then flip it online for a profit. We do currently sell on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark, and today's video is just going to be focused on the Mercari aspect and why I think it's such a strong app for new resellers wanting to get into the flip game for the first time. So the Mercari marketplace brings buyers and sellers together through a flea market style app, and it really focuses on the average person. We're not talking about power sellers or wholesalers or big retailers like some of the other selling platforms have. These are everyday people just listing the items that they have for sale with their phones, and other everyday people buying them at really affordable prices. One of my favorite things about Mercari is the simplicity and overall ease of use, especially when compared to another selling platform like eBay. Now, I'm not trying to put down any other selling platforms. We sell on multiple, but anybody that sells on both Mercari and eBay will agree with me that Mercari is far more simple to use than eBay. I cannot tell you guys how many questions that we get in Instagram and through emails about, what is this on eBay? What does this mean on eBay? How do I do this on eBay? Whereas Mercari, I don't ever get questions about that because it's so simple to understand. Another thing I like about Mercari is that once your item is listed for sale, you can kind of forget about it. You can go in and send offers to likers if you want, but compared to a platform like Poshmark that encourages participation in the social media aspect of it, where you have to share your closet and follow people and do all this stuff, Mercari is much more hands-off, which personally I do enjoy. When it comes to what you can sell on Mercari, the possibilities are almost endless. Pretty much anything you can sell on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, you can also sell on Mercari. But I will say the top 5 best-selling brands right now on Mercari are very common items like Nike, Apple, Microsoft, Nintendo, Funko Pop. I'm pretty sure those are the top 5 brands right now if I remember the list correctly. So you're looking for things that have a high market demand. If you have weird antiques or collectibles that are really like niched down in a tight community, those items may sell better on a larger platform like eBay. But if you have common items, like I've got this pair of Nike, I think these are like a Cortez model or something. We picked these up at Goodwill today for $6.50. Nike is the #1 selling brand on Mercari. So we're going to go ahead and take some pictures of these and show you guys how we get these listed on Mercari using their app. When you're taking pictures of your items, you want to go to a pretty well lit area of your house, like in front of a big window. You also want a distraction-free background. It could be something as simple as laying a blanket over your bed for a nice clean look. So now that we have all the pictures of the shoes on my phone, I'm going to go ahead and open the Mercari app here. This is what the home screen is going to look like, and then at the bottom in the very middle says sell, so you just hit that, hit list an item, and we'll go ahead and add those pictures that we just took of the shoes in the bedroom. You just click all the pictures you want to upload. I think we have 7 total. Hit apply, and all those pictures will pull right into the listing. And sometimes you'll notice that Mercari has a predictive text that pulls in the title, what it thinks the title should be. Obviously, these are not Nike Air Force Ones, but close. Good try, Mercari. These are Nike Cortez men's running shoes, size 12. I will say that I wish Mercari would increase the title field. Right now, as it stands, Mercari has a limit of 40 characters in their title, but most other selling platforms have a limit of 80 characters in their title. So I do think that's something Mercari should work on adding as a feature in the future. Describe your items in 5 words. I actually like to use my voice to text for this, so we're going to do that. Very good used condition, period. Please see photos for details and let me know if you have any questions. Period. Thanks for looking! Exclamation point. That sounds like, I don't want to add that. I need to end it. Thanks for looking. Okay, now we're done. Anytime you're doing a description feel like that, if you have like flaws in the shoes, you might want to say that, but generally if they're just in good use condition, I'll just type something like that. Hey, these are in good use condition. Please see the 7 photos of the shoes that I attached for further details, and if you have any extra questions or extra angles or whatever you want to see, just let me know. Hashtags are optional. I don't really mess with those. Category, athletic shoes, men. It pulled in automatically. That was great. Brand, Nike, great. Again, Nike is the #1 selling brand on all of Mercari. So this is a great item to list on Mercari. Styles, let's see. Stripe, yeah, sure. Condition, we're gonna say good. We're gonna say good. I feel like these are in good condition. Size, we're gonna what's the size? Is a men's size 12. Color white. Ships, and there we go. It has Mercari shipping. We'll talk more about this in just a second, but we're gonna just stick with Mercari shipping for right now. So here it says set your price. Now Mercari tries to give you a pretty good idea of what your item should sell for. It defaulted to $23, which it claims is just right, but for these shoes, that's not the correct price at all. So I would be a little cautious about trusting Mercari on the suggested price. The same with eBay. Like eBay sometimes gives you a suggested price and it's not always correct. Sometimes it's way off. So for these shoes, I think probably $70 or so is going to be an appropriate price for these based on a quick Google search of the shoes to see what they're selling for on Mercari and other selling platforms. You can enable smart pricing if you want, which is like where Mercari will slowly drop the price over time if they don't sell, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to save, set my price 70. You'll earn $60.67 after selling and processing fees, and then we just click list. And oh, Mercari Local, that's a good idea. Mercari has recently partnered with Uber, I think, some delivery service where you can list things with Mercari Local on Mercari, and if somebody around your area wants to buy your item, they'll buy it, and then an Uber driver will come to your house, pick it up, and take it to the other buyer. So it's like kind of like Facebook Marketplace, but you don't have to ever meet your buyer, which is really nice. Huge shout out to Mercari for adding that. I think that feature will come in really, really handy, especially if you're someone that lives in a major like metropolis city. Is that the right word? A big city with a lot of people around you without being too far away. I think that would be a great feature for you. So we're going to do no thanks in this situation, and then the item will be listed. Success, your listing is live. That is exactly how easy it is to list stuff with Mercari. Much less details involved than listing on eBay. And again, once it's listed, we don't have to share it or do anything social media. It's done, it's live, we just gotta wait for a buyer to come along. Another thing I really like about Mercari is that they don't penalize a seller for making an honest mistake. If you start selling on eBay and you accidentally list something with the word Velcro, or you list an OtterBox for sale because you don't know that those things aren't allowed on eBay, eBay doesn't care. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. They will suspend your account. Maybe not on the first time, but I have personally been suspended before, and I know many people that have been suspended on eBay for 3, 7, or even 30 days for honest mistakes. Whereas Mercari, I accidentally listed like some vitamins or something on there. You're not allowed to list food or anything like that. And they didn't penalize me. They just took the listing down and they sent me a nice message to say, hey, we don't allow the sale of food or vitamins or anything like that, just letting you know. And they didn't suspend my account. They didn't increase my fees because of an honest mistake like eBay does sometimes. So I love that Mercari realizes that there's a lot to learn when it comes to reselling, and honest mistakes are going to happen, and that's not something you should penalize your buyers for. So now that I've touched on all the positive things about the Mercari selling app, I do want to go over a couple things that are on my Mercari wish list, if you will. These are things that I really think Mercari should strive to implement into their selling platform in the very near future. Number one on my wish list is to have the ability to print 4x6 shipping labels directly through Mercari. Almost every single reseller I know, whether part-time or full-time, are using some sort of thermal shipping label printer in their business, and those typically print 4x6. Mercari right now only offers the ability to print on regular computer paper, 8.5 by 11. And while it's not the end of the world, you can still like take screenshots and use Adobe Reader and figure out a way to get it to print. It should be easy. Mercari is a multi-million-dollar company. They should just hire a couple computer programmers for a couple hours to add the 4x6 label option when printing a label on Mercari. So Mercari, that's number one on my list. Number two on my wish list, which I kind of hit on earlier, is having more characters available in the title field. Again, right now it's 40 characters, which is half that of eBay. So if you have an eBay seller that wants to cross-post their items to Mercari, they can't just copy and paste their titles exactly. They have to figure out a way to shorten that title by half just to get it to fit on Mercari. Again, I feel like that's probably a pretty easy thing to fix, so Mercari, jump on that. Number 3 on my wish list is to have better shipping options available for small, lightweight items. Mercari has done a really good job of simplifying the shipping process, but in the process of that simplification, they have made it very expensive to ship small, lightweight items. If you have a cell phone or an iPod or something small like that that you can ship with the post office, it may cost $4 or $5 to send first class. But if you try to send it directly through Mercari with their cheapest shipping tier, it's going to cost like $11-12 or so, which is double what it should actually cost. So I would love to see Mercari implement some first class mail options for items under 16 ounces, maybe even go as far as to have a special option for trading cards. I know the market for Pokemon cards and trading cards and baseball cards, football cards, all that is huge right now. And I think if Mercari offered an envelope standard delivery like eBay is doing, I think you can send any card valued up to $20 for like 60 cents or something crazy like that. I bet if Mercari implemented something like that, they would see a huge increase in the number of transactions in the trading card industry. So I think it would be a huge move for them to break into that industry and also help their sellers out by providing more affordable shipping options. The 4th and final item on my Mercari wish list is the ability to add multiple quantities to your listing. If you have 10 of one item that are all exactly the same and you want to list that on Mercari, you can only list one at a time. List one, sell one, relist, sell one, relist, sell one. It's really annoying. Other selling platforms have the ability to add multiple quantities to that listing, so it would be really nice to be able to take a couple pictures of one item, list it with a quantity of 10 or 20 or 100, however many you have, and just let that listing continue to sell over time without needing to go and relist constantly. Again, I think that would be a pretty easy thing to add, so I would highly recommend that. I will add that the items on my Mercari wish list would probably only be beneficial to full-time resellers or serious part-time resellers that were trying to do massive volumes on Mercari. If you're just an average Joe Schmo with an extra Xbox controller that you want to get listed and sold and get some cash in your pocket for, Mercari is perfect for you because you don't care about 4x6 shipping labels or 40 versus 80 characters in your title field. You just want your junk gone. And I feel like Mercari's target audience is really those average everyday people. Again, not the power sellers, not the big wholesalers. They just want to be the marketplace, the virtual flea market, if you will, for the average person trying to sell his junk to somebody else. And I think they've done a really good job of that. Obviously, if you're a full-time reseller, my friends Ryan and Lindsay up in Maine, they have a YouTube channel known as Renzi. They sell on Poshmark and Mercari, and they do thousands of dollars in sales on both platforms every single month. So not saying you can't use Mercari to make a ton of money. I'm just saying that my complaints about Mercari wouldn't matter to somebody who's not a full-time reseller, pretty much. So huge thank you to Mercari for being the sponsor of today's video. There'll be a link in the description to sign up if you guys want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're the best, and we'll catch you on the next one.